Well, I've got the tutorial video for you that's going to beat all videos to date. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to set up a tree together from start to finish. Literally getting the tree, fluffing, how many picks to buy, what kind of bows to make, how to ribbon your tree, all of it, step by step in little videos. You can just take me along to the store. Your tree's going to be amazing. Here's what we do first. Normally, I would take you to the store and would pick out a tree, but I got so many trees, so I'm gonna use my King of Christmas 6.5 foot pre-lit flocked tree. Whatever tree you get, you're gonna adjust to your size. This is a 6.5 foot, but we'll talk about it at the store. Step 1, we get the tree. That's it. Step 2, we're gonna fluff, and I'm gonna show you how, but right now, your job is to go get your tree out and set it up, or save this video. And if you're not following me, you gotta follow, because your tree is gonna be exquisite. Exquisite, we're doing it together. Here we go, set that tree up, get your tree, set it up, then we'll fluff. Watch out for step 2. Step 2, get your tree out of the box and set it up, and then I'm gonna show you how to fluff. Y'all know how to get it out of the box. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug it in. I'm gonna make sure all the lights work first. And then I'm gonna hook up any electronic stuff. Like I probably will have 1 rotator or more in there. So I put everything into this plug. And I'm also gonna have it on a remote because I have all my trees on a remote. So I'm gonna hook up like all the electronic stuff first. And then after that's done, we fluff. I've pulled all the branches apart and now we're gonna start fluffing. You're gonna go all the way to the very back of the tree and you're gonna start opening all of these branches like a star. 1 up, 1 to the side, 1 down, so you're getting it as full as you can. It should look something like that. If you have the kind of branch that has a double tip at the end, pull them apart just a little and make sure those are fluffed. You want it as thick as you can and just keep going. And that's what it should look like when it's all flocked. On to step 3. Step 3, rotators. If you're using rotators, let's talk about it. If not, skip this step. You're gonna take it, you're gonna plug the USB cord right into that port that we put in, and then you're just going to follow the little line, put them in the tree. Usually, you can put 1 on each side and 1 in the middle because they're attached with a certain length of cord. If you have just 1, follow it to wherever it lands, and then I'll show you what you do. The first one is gonna land right about here. So all I do is I find a branch and I just loop it around 1 time so it stays. Don't worry about the wires that are showing. We're gonna hide all of that later. Then you're gonna take the second one, weave it up through, go as high as you want, and wrap it around another branch where that one's gonna stay. Once you get them placed where you want, you've gotta open up the opening so that the ornament that sits there has room and it won't get caught up on anything. So you're just gonna push it all away, make a little hole, find an ornament you want, put it there, and then readjust the branches so it doesn't touch and it has enough room to spin. When I use rotators, I usually use 3 per tree. Unless it's a really big tree, like a 10 foot, I might put 6. But I never do more than 3 on anything less than 10 feet because it's almost too much going around. But you can do it if you like it, you do you. Now we're gonna leave those alone. After the tree is decorated, I'll come back to them. I'll show you exactly how to hide all the wires. They're good to go, but that is step 3. Step 4, we're working on the topper today. Now remember, I have a 6.5 foot, so my topper is gonna be smaller. If you have a bigger tree, you're gonna get more pieces depending on how big you want it. We are at the Christmas Palace. I'm gonna pick out what I think I want my topper to look like. Then I'll come back and I'll show you exactly what and how I picked it out. So we're working on the topper today. So for the topper, you gotta think about your tree. My tree is 6.5 foot, so I don't need as many, but I do like a full topper, so I tend to buy a little more than usual. If your tree is bigger, you buy what you think you like for fullness. So I found these long picks. I wanna add these florals, some leaves that go out in different directions, and then some straighter pieces to kind of act as a little difference, you know? We'll go home and make this topper and I'll show you how it looks. Okay, when I start with my topper, I'm gonna open up the pick. I'm gonna put 1 in the middle and 1 on each side and 1 in the back, and I'm gonna build from there. I'll show you. That's what it looks like so far. I'm gonna go add my second stem. I've got those where I want them. I'll add a few more stems and see how that looks, and that'll be it. And that's what she's looking like. I think I'm happy with her. So we'll move on to step 5. Step 5. Step 5, after the topper, I usually go in with ribbon and bows. And sometimes I put ribbon at the end, but this is the ribbon I decided to use for the pink tree. I think it's gorgeous, and I might add an additional ribbon of a different color or style, I'm not sure. But that's where we're going with the ribbon, and then I'm gonna add the ornaments from big to small. But let me give you a sneak peek of what I've got. So I found this floral, love it. I'm gonna get 5 of these, and then I'm gonna go to a few select ornaments that I really like, and I'll fill the rest up with more inexpensive balls and picks. But this is where we're going with the flowers. I'm gonna start off with these because I love these. I always put a few glass in because it just adds a little bit extra for me. Now I decide what I'm gonna do with the ribbon, whether I'm gonna make bows or whether I'm just gonna run it through the tree. Whatever it is, I play around with it, put the ribbon on, and then I lay everything out on the floor so I can see what I'm doing, and I start with the ornaments from bigger to smallest. I like the combination of bows and ribbon, and let's go in with the bigger things. After all the ornaments are done, I'm gonna go in with any picks I wanna add, and then we're ready for step 6. Step 6. Last step, this is where we dress the bottom of the tree. You can use a tree collar, you can use a tree skirt, you can use whatever you want. This year I've been using tulle because I just think it's so pretty. It's almost like it's floating. The tree is actually floating. It's so nice. Let me show you what I'm doing to give it that effect. So I bought some tulle. I actually bought 25 yards for my big tree. Not sure how much I'm gonna use for the little. And I just lay it on the floor, and this is what I do. So it's kind of hard to see because it's light pink, but I just take it and I bunch it probably 5 or 6 times. That's it. And then I take a little rubber band and I rubber band that end, and then I just skip about 4 or 5 inches and do the same thing. I leave it there and I start bunching again. Take a rubber band, put it around, and I'll show you how it looks. So it's gonna look a little bit like this, but you're not gonna see any of those. Just every so often you're tying a little tie. And there she is, all done, 6 steps, and you can do it. You'll have a designer tree if you just take your time, follow steps 1 through 6, and there you go.